today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Washington football team taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Steven Sims set to return it for Washington. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. They'll be led by their veteran quarterback. He's been in the league for a while, since 2005, Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Fitzpatrick. He'll look downfield for Humphreys. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And some space here. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Dobbins running out of the gun. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going for it with Dobbins. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick now. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick to the right side and complete to Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Chuck Clark able to run him down for a loss of a yard. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And he'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Dustin Hopkins now for the Washington field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson. On the move to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. To throw is Jackson. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Jackson. Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. First down and more for Jackson. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jackson now. That would complete to Prochet. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everybody to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been all about the defense. Just a lone field goal in that first half. And as a result, not too much available in terms of highlights. But that's okay. We've got a full half to go. And to bring it your way, let's get back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Steven Sims now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 6 yards left on second down. Now Fitzpatrick. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Open man is Samuel, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. His feet, what he's been able to do individually running the ball, it's kind of kept him in this game.
No doubt about it, because if he's not making the plays that we've seen, they are really getting blown out in this one. I don't think they have any chance at all. He's keeping them in striking distance, hoping to get some help from the defensive side of the ball so that maybe some of these plays can turn into plays that maybe put them in the lead.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Jackson going to hold on to this. First down and more for Jackson. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. 7 yards, the pickup there. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson steps away. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Well, another fine run right there from Lamar Jackson, and CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? Well, Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in the season as the top running backs in the league.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, he had success earlier in the drive, keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Sliding out of the pocket. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Tucker's kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Fitzpatrick, the old war horse, getting everybody up to the line quickly. Here's Fitzpatrick. Humphreys with a reception. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. It's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now Fitzpatrick. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Fitzpatrick. Thomas has got it, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Fitzpatrick to throw. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Fitzpatrick. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score, and win this game.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Fitzpatrick giving to Gibson on the draw. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Washington football team as we say so long from FedEx Field.